Good morning. Welcome to the Art of the Oracle. I'm so happy that you're here. These are the 3 Oracle decks that we're going to use today, along with the Rider Waite original tarot deck, which we'll bring in for clarification. All through the week, we have been adding the stones that I have. We'll have to bring in the energy of Wolfenite, which was the second stone on the second day. But I have the collection held here. So we have lapis lazuli. This day was wolfite and turquoise. And then prayanite was yesterday. And then I've added a pendulum, and it's a clear quartz point. So I've really brought it in for amplification and clarity of what we already have. So that was very exciting. And it's if I go back through them and look at what they were, we had prayanite yesterday, which was around prophetic vision and love, protection, that kind of thing coming in. And if I go to turquoise in the guidebook and Wolfenite was around psychic awareness as well. So prophetic vision, psychic awareness, they're all working together to create the power of perception, which is what turquoise was helping bring in, which is speaking your truth, having purification in what your words are saying, and the communication, the ability to be able to feel that what you're saying matters, and there's a gift in your words. And then the first stone was the lapis, which was expansive thinking. So you can kind of see this is all going along all week. It's about us expanding our thinking, our communicating, what we're seeing in the world and how we're perceiving it, what we're seeing as what we have to live with and what we don't, the way our world is changing. And that's what I heard today as I was tapping in. I heard that nothing will be the same. And I feel like, we've lived in a world, and, if things haven't been going well, we always say, wow, it's always been like that, or, it's just generations of the same thing. And what I just heard was no more. Like, it's what we know in our heart is really the truth. It's not what we're seeing. Wow, this is way too many cards. So see what I'm getting here. I'm getting molybdenite, and then this is beryl, and I'm getting a tiny little bit of this clear quartz crystal. So the way that I'm going to read this, and I may take both, like I've got a little hint of this coming out as well. So I may read these 3 cards, or at least these 2 cards, with these 2 cards kind of as, so we have molybdenite, and we have beryl, and then we have like gold and clear quartz. So let's see what these 2 cards are bringing out for us right here in the beginning. Because from what I heard this morning about things are never going to be the same, it's like we're expanding and we're seeing things differently. We could have prophetic visions. We could have different things that are coming into our world that seem different. Molybdenite is a message from the stars. So I heard something about some clusters like of meteorites and things like that. And I don't know if it has to do with something literally or something, figuratively, like our dreams coming true. So you'll know what it means to you. But this is always bringing in a little bit of a cosmic energy. And I feel like we've been going that way all week. So it says there's no need to change or fix anything that's going on around you, except for our belief in them, and because we can get unbalanced. So all is perfect and in divine order, and that, I guess, is the message from the stars today. So I feel like it's more than that. So we're going to keep going on, but we're gonna go to beryl and see what beryl has to say. This is a potential, like new possibilities, and the green again. That's kind of been going through the week here. There was a lot of green energy. And you can look at that as your heart chakra, right? And the earth. And that was the element that's bringing in for the last couple of days. It's been all about, grounding into Mother Earth and being a part of and recognizing. That's what I feel like this is recognizing that you're also part of the stars, right? So Beryl says, if there's been a problem that's been going on in your life, that it is about to give way. Something unexpected is coming in to shift whatever has been keeping your heart kind of heavy and feeling like you're a little bit stuck. So open your heart and see the unlimited potential that rides in you. I don't think I have either one of these stones, which is too bad. I have stones that kind of look similar to molybdenite and beryl, but I do not have these stones. And when you have like gold, which I do have in jewelry, and clear quartz, obviously we still have that. This, I'm going to go to gold first in the guidebook, but this is like what I'm getting from it is feeling the richness of something, right? And this is around confidence, your self-worth, your solar plexus chakra. And it could also mean wealth. It could mean something really coming in. So it's asking you that this gold card is symbolic of a reflection of the truth of your true value, because sometimes we have only heard that our value, I'm going to put these over here, is in the actual money that we have. And that's not what it is that you deserve everything. There's no one person here with more value than you or I, right? We're just part of it. So clear quartz is around infinite possibilities, harmony, and getting into meditation and understanding that there's purpose in everything that's going on here. So we have, I'm going to go to the sacred creators and ask for maybe some words, because we've got a lot of energy. So look at what the cards are doing. They are crazy today. So we have soul on fire. That means that you are, your past supports your future. Yeah, you're not a victim of anything. Everything that's happened has taken you exactly where you are right now, and you are living poetry. So if you look at what we have here, 3 and 8 is 11. So we have 11 and 11, and then we have 5. So these are master numbers around divine communication and things coming into our world. And 5 is around change. So if you look at the numbers that are on the change, on the cards, we have great change, beautiful, angelic, and we see that from the information, the stars, and what we've been getting all week. And this soul on fire, that feels like a mystery card to me. It feels a little bit like we are going to be given something that, and we saw that earlier in the week, and I can't remember what card it was, but yeah, that we are here to do something. What is it that we were here to do? And look at that. Oh my gosh. So star ancestors, of course it's going to come out, because we've had all these cosmic cards and everything coming out to share that I don't know, maybe we are going to see this ET, contact, right? Maybe that is what's going on, is that we're going to start, recognizing our connection, because this was like the stars, right? And this is all week is it been about this prophetic vision and something outside and expand our thinking. So this is telling us to listen to the messages from our soul, not from our head. And that's really seeding into what it is and who it is that we are. The star ancestors is a term for extraterrestrial or ET-like beings who are dedicated to the healing and growth of the world. If you went to see the new movie, I think it kind of leaned towards that. So it's talking about us not being alone. And I think we kind of know that deep down. Depending on your views and your values, you may think that humans are the highest form of intelligence, but I personally think that we prove every day that we're not. So Star Ancestor, this card is reminding us that we have support way beyond what we think we have. So if we look at it on a very personal level, that's one of the things that the card is telling us, is that we have connections and support, and sometimes we limit our access to that by only thinking of things that we see right in front of us, okay? So let's go. That's the first one that's coming out. So this is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a very interesting card because I always see fours as around creating some sort of stability. But sometimes in this card, we kind of hold on to things because we're afraid that we're going to lose something. So we hold very, very tightly. And I want to clarify something. Yesterday I said in the video, if you caught that one, that like rich people, you know, and then I kind of made a blanket statement about them. What I was talking about was like these AI centers and these, you know, trillionaire, billionaires that are not seeing the value in what they could literally do. They're destroying things only in their head, and they're creating these monstrosities, these centers that are showing the world that all they care about is thinking, and they think their thoughts are the best, right? And so that's what I mean by it, is like they get tainted and they're really, I think, broken. They should sit with their own AI and see what they get, right? So this is a very interesting card. So this is we had a King of Pentacles, I think it was yesterday. And the King of Cups is saying, you know, move away from this lack thinking, this feeling like you're limited, like he is outside of the city. A couple of things that are coming to me from this card today is it kind of feels like, you know, you're standing outside of where, you know, the norm is, and you're kind of separated yourself, right, from really getting into the mix of where all the things are happening, and it limits you in some way. Sometimes that's really good, right, because you don't want to go with the masses. You want to actually go away from the masses and get something that feels a little bit more unique. This is going back to the cards that were up here. It's like following your heart. It's so important to follow your heart and to really feel in. That's what I mean by follow your heart. The cups, the king energy is the awareness that his intuitive sense is everything. That's why he's reached where he is. That's why he's turned away from the city, is because sometimes you can get into group mentality, and this is separating yourself, holding on to what you have, and then leaning into what feels right for you and following that, because that's what the king does. He knows exactly what the value of his own connections and interpretations are. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm just going to ask if there's anything else for today. Nope. So, all right. So thank you for joining me here at the Art of the Oracle. I hope you enjoyed today's message and have an amazing day. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye now.